Oh, sitting down feels weird. Sitting down feels like it's a real YouTuber video where I'm like making a sad apology. Like, all right, I will lean. Maybe I'll sit down. Hello everyone. So yes, from the title of this video, I'm taking a small break from YouTube, which I thought I'd give a little bit more context to with this terrible shotgun mic. So when I'm not doing YouTube, which is a little bit more than I probably should be doing at the moment, is I'm doing a PhD. So my PhD is technically in physics, not chemistry, even though I did my undergrad and honours in chemistry. My PhD is in the physics discipline. Previously, I haven't really talked much about my PhD project. I haven't really shared a lot of information, and today is going to be no different. There's a couple of reasons I don't talk about my PhD project very much. One of them is, you know, we're doing a lot of stuff which we feel is publishable and we don't really want to talk about it. That's a bit of a lame reason. It is partly funded by people who have an interest in national security, and they don't really want me talking about things. They don't really even want me publishing things a lot of the time. So talking about that on YouTube is not really the go. And also the university isn't really a big fan of my channel. It came up in 2020 to the university. My channel was, you know, politely mentioned to them. We came to an agreement that as long as I wasn't, you know, mentioning the university or using any of the university resources, which I'm not, they wouldn't get upset. And yeah, so I'm not even really going to talk about stuff that I've published, but that's fine. I'm sure you could find me if you wanted to, but it's not that exciting. It's really not that exciting. So, yeah. My PhD is finishing soon. I have to write a thesis. I haven't really started. Been spending a lot of time making YouTube videos. Also, more urgently, I actually have an internship coming up. It's not that common to get an internship during a PhD, but here I am doing one. I will not be talking about what I'm doing at that at all. And I'm not even going to tell you where it is at, because the place I'm working at is a big fan of not talking about things. And yeah, so yes, there's this big pressure of time restraints, but I've been working with that for the past 2 years or so. And while it's getting a little bit more serious, what I don't want is I don't want this clash between my professional internship job and this hobby. And I think it'll lessen it a lot more if I'm not uploading while I'm doing stuff there. So I won't be uploading at all over the next 4 months, definitely. And then from there, I don't know how much time I'll have, because then it's a lot of crunch thesis time. So I will be taking a break for 4 months from Extractions&Ire, and it's probably 6 months to a year from Explosions&Fire, which sounds very dramatic, and it's hard for me to bloody take a break. If it's 6 months, I don't think I've had a break that long from YouTube since starting in late 2011. So I reckon I've taken like 4 month breaks before, like once or twice, but 6 months, I don't think I've gone 6 months without uploading a video for more than a third of my life. So it'll be hard for me not producing content. I'm really hoping that I can have a break, assess everything and sort out what works and what doesn't, and come back really strong. I'm really looking forward to coming back. I think Extractions&Ire is going to be more of the same. I'm really enjoying how it is at the moment. I think we're doing some really cool stuff. I really like the interaction and doing things sort of semi in real time, because it's tempting to say, well, I've got all this time off from uploading. I could just make a whole, lot of videos in the background, like slowly. And then when I come back, I can just, like I'm ahead in the videos. But for Extractions&Ire, I really like this sort of interactivity where I upload a video and then people comment on it and say, oh, I think in the next step you should do this, and then I can actually do that in the next step. So for the Gear main series, I don't start the next video until I've uploaded the old videos. So I'm kind of taking a break from making that content now, and we'll be back with semi-real time stuff in the future. I'm really excited for Explosions&Fire, though. I think we can really do some really cool stuff there. I'm really excited. I'm calling it in my head. I'm calling it Explosions&Fire Season 2. I'm looking forward to Season 2. Actually, I keep saying cool stuff. Why don't I show you some stuff that's been in one video or less, stuff that I have but haven't really got a chance to show off or use. Look at these, more MMA electrodes. MMO. Platinum. Rhenium. Iridium. Look at that. Bits of iridium metal. Normally with stir bars, you can't heat them too high because they've got Teflon on them. The stir bars lose their magnetism. Really, they're only good up to about 250 degrees. These are a special type of magnet that allow you to go to high temperatures without getting demagnetized, and they're encased in glass. I'll talk about this more in the next video, but look at this for the UV photolysis reaction. Damn cool shit. People have been asking me to get these for ages. These are TLC plates. Look, I haven't even bloody opened the pack yet. This is a pipe cutter, which I'm going to use to cut batteries open. Which batteries? Good question, but any battery I can cut with this that I want to. You might be asking, is this sodium borohydride? You bet your ass it's sodium borohydride, sitting in a pasta jar, waiting to be bloody unleashed. Why did I get so much goddamn acetic acid? Look how cool this bowl mill is. I've just been using it to grind bismuth powder. I could use it to actually get proper flash powders. It's a Bunsen burner thing, like a souped up Bunsen burner, and some sort of reactor thing. You know, you can't deny it's pretty cool. This is my very own adjustable slit UV to NIR fiber coupled spectrometer. This was a Patreon goal. Initially, the goal was to buy a furnace, but instead of the furnace, I spent the money on the spectrometer. Vacuum pressure chamber thing. It's currently under some level of vacuum, and it's got some argon in it because it's protecting some rare earth metals. Cool damn things to do with that. My god, it's a whole goddamn centrifuge. And look how dusty it is. Look how much it's not getting used. It's a fucking shame, man. It's a good bit of kit. I think there's a lot of subtle production quality improvements we can do. Also, the camera's got like a dead pixel or something on the sensor, like here-ish. Sort of. I've just noticed it in the last video, but it's in like every shot now, I think, unless I can have got rid of it. But where are my notes? I knew I was going to ramble with this video. Got bloody notes. Oh yeah, so I'm not uploading, but I'm still very much alive and very much online. So once again, you can feel free to message me. Always love hearing your ideas. I am very slow at churning through ideas, especially on Explosions and Fire, but I really do enjoy discussing stuff. And if I don't respond to your message, don't be offended. Discord, you know, the server's going to obviously keep going, and shout out to the mods there. So I said I was going, but there's actually one more video after this video. There's going to be one more video on each channel. So there's going to be Cubane episode 8 coming up on Extraction&Ire. The videos have been sort of got this frantic tone recently to them. And that's just because I haven't had a lot of time, but I've been wanting to get stuff done before this break. And I was hoping to get to the UV step, but we haven't got there. Yeah, so we haven't got to the UV step, but Cubane episode 8 is coming out. I haven't done it yet. There will be an Explosions and Fire video. I haven't finished that one yet either, but I'm hoping to, and that'll be cool. I've never made an Explosion and Fire video with this little turnaround before. And before that Explosion and Fire video, there's actually also going to be a live stream on the main channel. It's just going to be like a Q&A. I'll be here in the lab, ask me questions, you know, suggest things for me to do, have a chat. We'll just be hanging out. It'll be good. There's the super chat function, so you can donate you know, a small amount, and your question gets highlighted or your comment gets highlighted, and it's a lot easier for me to see. I'm running this as a sort of a charity live stream, which, you know, I'm excited to do for the first time. So I wanted to pick a charity that was close to this channel, something that really helped me along. So the money is going towards cystic fibrosis. Now, I don't know anyone really personally with cystic fibrosis, but this is going back into the channel's history a little bit. But in 2015, I think it was early 2015, I got a message from a guy in Australia, and he was quite a big fan of the channel, which was pretty rare back in 2015. There really weren't that many subscribers, and the content wasn't very good. So he really wanted to donate quite a lot of perchlorates. Now, perchlorates are quite hard chemical to get. And he wouldn't let me pay for them at all, or even the shipping. And he sent quite a lot, and those are the same perchlorates that I still use today. And they've been, you know, unbelievable for this channel. Like, I've used perchlorates in so many videos, and just having a lot of perchlorates has allowed me to, you know, be really free with those reactions and not stingy about them. So this guy was a bit of a pyro himself, but the reason he donated them was because he had cystic fibrosis, and he knew he didn't really have that much time left. And he did pass away in about 2016. It was pretty sad to see. He wasn't that old, you know, he He was late 20s, and yeah. So cystic fibrosis is a genetic disease. It affects breathing and lung function, and I would suspect that 2020 was a really hard year for people with cystic fibrosis. And it's amazing looking at it, like 70 years ago or so ago, people with cystic fibrosis really didn't survive past childhood. And the advances in medical technology really make it so that there's really quite an increase in life expectancy. People are, getting quite old with it, but there's no cure, and there's a lot of maintenance for that. So anyway, all those donations are going to go towards charity in that area. Yes. So if you've got a burning question, ask me about YouTube. Ask me to do your chemistry homework. I don't think I'm an expert on YouTube, but I have been there for 9 years. Yeah, I don't know. You guys always think of interesting questions, and hopefully we can make a small difference in return of someone who made quite a big difference to my channel. All right, sorry about the rambling. In conclusion, I'm taking a break from 4 months to a year, potentially, to do an internship and also write my bloody physics thesis. I will be doing one more video on both channels and a live stream event. I hope to see you in the live stream event, and I hope you've got some interesting questions to ask me for that, because otherwise it's just going to be hours and hours of me rambling, which I can do, but